here. And before I do anything else, first things first, this hat has served me well. I bought it. It's a black hat. I bought it for doing Guys and Dolls about 5 or so years ago. But it's old, it's losing its shape, and it's dirty. So until I get another black fedora, ba-boom, do the Indiana Jones route. So, shall we? All right. This time I want to talk about a supplement. I want to talk about a supplement for Castles and Crusades, but it's a supplement for any role-playing game. It's a city supplement. I really, really like it, and I really want to give you a heads up on this because it came out during 3rd edition D20, and it sort of got lost in the shuffle. I mean, the whole company got lost in the shuffle. They put out a few other things, but then they got bought out by another company, and now they're gone. Fortunately, this product has been resurrected. It is Bluffside City on the Edge. The one on the left is the original D20 version that I have, and the one on the right is the new one that the folks at Trollord Games has found, updated, and re-released for Castles and Crusades. And you can find this at trollord.com. I will have the link in the video when I post it, or not in the video, but in the info down there. Anyway, so what is Bluffside? Bluffside's a city, and what a city. It was written by James Govern, Curtis Bennett, Andrew Troman, Jeff Quinn, and Warren Bailey originally for Thunderhead Games. The Castles and Crusades version has been updated in new material with provided by Hal Greenberg, Peter J. Schroeder, Derek Landsweer, Warren Bailey, Brian Boonstra, Becky Glenn, and Doug Herring. If that ain't a load of people working on one project, I don't know what is. But it isn't a load. Let me put it this way. This book is great. This thing is packed with city stuff. First of all, Bluffside, as you can see, they call it City on the Edge because it's right at the edge of a cliff. The back history is there is ruins called Semlava from an earlier culture which attracted all these archaeologists, and they made a city around it. It's right in the middle of the city. The city is kind of, well, here's the original cover. If you notice, the city is kind of here. Back here are the ruins, and the city grew up all around it and around the middle. There's different sections, and they also have a smaller town called Sordidon down here. Now, there's a reason for this. When they founded the city and decided to make it a port, the problem is, how do the ships get the cargo from down there to up here? Okay, fine. They created Sordidon because it's also a shallow harbor, which means the big ships can't go in, otherwise they'll run aground. So they got to they had to cart the cargo to there and then just muscle it up the ships. Well, what happened was when some adventure and stuff were digging around in some of the deep pits in the city, they discovered a race of gnomes called steam gnomes. Now, these aren't your regular, everyday, happy-go-lucky, prankster-playing gnomes. These guys are serious. They are serious engineers. They are serious builders and inventors. They created, basically, an elevator inside this city. Like it goes, from, down, sorted on, basically, carts it over to the edge, and it comes up on the inside over here. Marvel of engineering. Plus, it's got all this stuff in the city. They got certain sections, the wizard section, the military section. They have the miners section because they found a metal there that is very valuable called antimentine. And it's very, very precious. It made the city's fortune. There's a lot of rich people there, and the miners were the ones who dig it out or dug it out. And Sordidon is basically it's a city they built on a coral reef out of old ships this enterprising halfling went down there and opened a bar and kind of a trading post there, and it sort of built from there. It's got all sorts of factions in it. Um, Very interesting temple section. If you'd like, if my favorite is the Temple of Karl, who is a gray ooze, and another one where they have a temple called Valhalla, dedicated to Odin. Odin is not in this world, but this guy came from another world, probably yours, through some kind of dimensional rift through a plane or something like that, and he was a worshiper of Odin. He decided to make a temple of Odin and make sure everybody knows about Odin and the Norse gods and Valhalla and all that. And the thing is, one of the hooks is that if he brings enough people to worship Odin, Odin will appear in this dimension and become one of the gods. Good stuff. Speaking of hooks, they've got stores, and they didn't overpopulate it. This is what I like. They didn't overpopulate it, like giving you, stats for every single shop and guild and temple and warehouse for this place. They gave you like maybe a half a dozen to a dozen places, and every place has a hook, at least two hooks for it. And it's just like a couple of lines. And it's like, here, this is going on, run with it. I love that stuff. That is like my meat and potatoes. It's got new classes in here. See, this is from the D20 era, and Castles and Crusades did away with like feats and prestige classes, so they converted the extra prestige classes into regular classes. They have races, different races like the steam gnomes that you can play. There's the Neve, who are winged creatures. They have, I can't remember the name of them now. They have a race here that are elves, but they're not regular half elf. They're half regular elf and half drow. So they're elf, but they're kind of like in between the drow and the regular elf. Um, and it's got some new spells in here, and a few new magic items, and it's just full, and NPCs at the yin yang in the back. That's what I like. They put it in the back. They really did this book up right. I mean, this is beautiful. The information is easy to digest. It's like, if you can't find an adventure in this place, you're not looking. They've got so much going on. This goes up right there with City State of the Invincible Overlord and Waterdeep. This is equivalent to me of Waterdeep, but it's not as detailed as Forgotten Realms, which is what I like, because you can put this anywhere in your world, in another world. Put it in the realms, put it in Greyhawk, put it in Earth, my world. If you come up with something, you got someplace where there's a cliff, stick this. No problem. It's written that way. It's written so there's a lot of character and a lot of crunch, but you can still plug it in wherever you are. And the Castles and Crusades system works. Since it came out 3rd edition, it works well with this. And once again, you can find it at trollord.com, and I really recommend this. So next time we'll have more, and well, see ya.